evening, TWF fans! Who's ready for Thumb Wrestling Federation? I am!
And in tonight's special episode,
we're drawing all the Thumb Wrestling Federation characters! All the wrestlers from A to Z in its first ever two-part special event this year!
And in this special event, we're drawing all the characters. First the dexteras and then the sinistras.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this corner, from the mighty dexteras,
he's the leader of his crew.
Vinny, victory!
Raised from the hellish parts of town, this guy knew what it was like to have actual victory. What it feels like to be victorious. Since then, he established his own Thumb Wrestling Federation crew and joined the mighty dexteras. Well, and by joined, I meant he created the dexteras. Now let's get started on drawing this guy, shall we?
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, also wrestling for the mighty dexteras. He's a true gentleman hero. For the mighty dexteras, Hometown Hook.
Raised on America's countryside, Hometown Huck is the second in command of the brave dexteras. And whenever he enters the arena, he fights for a side of justice. Like New Hampshire, Texas, New York City, and especially Omaha. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's got 3 eyes and he's no surprise. This friendly magician tell no lies. It's Evil Ira.
He's good. He's red. He's blue. He's got 3 eyes, but nevertheless, he's just a thumb. This thumb was raised with magic powers. And whenever he enters the stage, they're all like,
Good evening. I ask you, what is my name? Evil Ira. And why I ask you, is that the case? Because the name Good Ira was taken.
yes!
And am I good? Maybe. Yes, good.
And get this. Thanks to Trevor Licky, turns out he really was good. He has a pure white heart. And his signature move is the Evil Eye. And another thing is that this guy, well, has to tell you that his teammates have moves as well. Vinny Vinny Victory is the Vinny Vinny Vada Boom, and Hometown Huck is the Hometown Shuffle. Next up, Wasabi. Wasabi was once one of the she's basically a rapper and a poet, especially with her signature move, the best poem ever. There we go. There's Wasabi. Next up,
Face Off Phil.
a Canadian pro hockey player and thumb wrestler. This guy is also one of the Royal Fumble champions. Alright, so here's his hockey mask. There we go.
He's going to sell them the uranium that Hillary sold Russia.
Next up, Lucky O'Leary. As seen in Season 5, this guy is a walking Lucky Charm. And has his own brand of luck. He knows how to defeat bad guys with ease. He's got a lucky shillelagh, a clover with 5 leaves. No one can beat this guy. Next up, Weird Dog. Alright. He like strolls through the park. And he likes playing frisbee. His special feature is that every time he's exposed to moonlight, he transforms into an actual dog, which is kind of awesome, sweet, adorable, and very nice all at once. There we go. Next up, ouch. This guy is also a Thumb Wrestling Federation champion like Vinny, Evil Ira, Wasabi, Huck. But this guy's been through a lot of trouble even after injury after injury after injury. He has so many broken bones, but he can't even keep balance. He is kind of accident prone. But he's managed to become a champion. Oh yeah, one more thing. His signature move is the spine backbreak surprise. That's actually fun to say. I know it doesn't always function right, but it worked during that season finale. That's how Ouch became a Thumb Wrestling Federation champion. Up next, Unit 19G. Now, what an outstanding robot that dexteras have built. He's got a primary function, and that's smashing Sinistra butt. There we go. Next up, Knockout Ninja! What better way to have onto the team than a powerful ninja warrior? Trained in martial arts by his sensei, he's always one step ahead of his enemies. And I'll never forget the first fight he ever won against Enfuego. that takes care of that. Next up, Gorgachog. A very powerful caveman. Now here are his sideburns. There we go. Next up, Captain Esplanade. For many years, Captain Esplanade has been on the sidelines for a long time. But in 2020, he finally got his debut as a fighter and became TWF champion. And what is the definition for Esplanade anyway? Oh yeah, one more thing. He was the first one that ever defeated Bucks Gazillion. There we go. Most done. He won't be hiding on the sidelines anymore now that he's been training with his Dextera allies. He's not going to stop until he reaches the top. Next up, the Stash. He's a retired wrestler and has a son named James Montgomery Flagg, who I'll be getting to real soon. He trained his fellow Dextera buddies against Bucks Gazillion and has an extreme amount of experience. A very extreme amount of experience. And finished. There we go. Up next, Gary the Intern. Gary the Intern is basically a hairdresser to the TWF Superstars. And, well, he does a damn good job at it. There we go. Next up, the eyebrows. Now we draw the rest of his head. And finished. There we go. That's how you draw Gary the Intern. Next up,
Mr. Extremo!
he used to be a normal guy named Jimmy. And now, after some extreme stunt, he dedicated his entire life to being awesome.